What's up, guys? How are you all doing? We are here. We're going to be doing Ardra Nakshatra today. I hope y'all are having a great day. All right. Transformation. I'm hearing transformation. I'm hearing transformation. I'm hearing time to go. I'm hearing not my reading. I'm also hearing it's resonating. Okay. You're good by yourself. You're comfortable by yourself. Better by yourself. Okay, go. We're going to be getting into Ardra Nakshatra today. So Ardra Nakshatra is ruled by Rahu. So we are at the first Rahu ruled Nakshatra, being the north node of the moon. Rahu is the head of the being that drank the elixir of life, and it's detached from its body, so it's just a head. This is also kind of like the place where Rudra, because that's the deity that rules this nakshatra, actually cut off the head of Brahma. Okay. Right, like this is like the thought police. Nakshatra, this is the thought police, right? People that want to control your every thought, control what you do. You're not allowed to think, you're not allowed to feel, you're not allowed to have desire, right? One-tracked mind only type energy. So let's see what goes on here. That's what people want you to have, right? Or that's why you were beheaded, or that's why you're getting beheaded, or something along those lines. I'm not really sure. We're going to tap into the energy and see. Obviously, that's just the mythology of it. I don't even know why I'm shuffling this deck. I'm not going to use it. Interesting. Okay, let's go. Okay, I had to grab some different cards because I wasn't so sure if the ones I had here were the ones I wanted to use. Definitely having a third eye and a throat chakra activation. So definitely you're going to be receiving a lot of visions, a lot of just mental activity in the form of pictures as you're receiving this reading, if you are listening still. So maybe trying to get into a meditative state a little bit would be helpful for you. And just kind of... yeah, there's Michael and Gabriel coming out. All right. A lot of shuffling. Sideways shuffling, right? We're not even like shuffling the front way. We're shuffling, so we're sideways shuffling. I'll leave that there. I actually want to use this deck, I think, to begin. We're just going to pull one card. This is the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. I used it the last Lionsgate portal. It was so hot last year. This time it was so hot. I remember just burning up. And just being so warm. It's not so warm this year. Know yourself. Who am I? The veil is lifting. And you can see that Star of David there, or that hexagram. And then we have surrender. That's the horse that's in the purity card. So there's something very pure about this energy. You can see the lights and the waterfall. With the water, with like the flowing water coming from above, that would tell me that this is not someone that is like an energetic vampire, because when you have like flowing source of water, that's one way to ward off vampires, right, is running source of water. So that's cool, right? Aligned to your own truth. Who are you? Trying to retuning to your truth. Let's get this. One sec. Cool. So we're going to read this from this deck here. And this is from the section of cards that is about the journey. All right. I feel like somebody wants to tell you that they love you. I'm hearing that song from Greece, You're the One That I Want. You are the one for... Okay, anyways. Surrender. Clear old traumas, healing soul scars. I surrender to the internal and embrace my loving creator, recognizing everything has a path back to the light and love that wants to bless me. Do you feel like you're fighting against the flow, or does someone expect this from you? Your heart is wise and orients towards truth and joy. If others tell you to follow old paradigm rules, it is showing you a way out of fighting with reality into heaven on earth. Fighting with, okay. Can you listen to your heart's dreams, to messages that tell you abundance is possible? The mind will tell you of dangers and limitations, but your heart tells you of unlimited possibilities. My Lemurian star child, this card shows you the difference between the mind and the heart flow. Look at the Lemurian pool in which this card, which is shown on the card, and ask what it has to tell you. This healing pool reveals great secrets when you see your own reflection in it. You might see yourself as the unicorn, which is symbolic for your spiritual self, your divine abilities and gifts, or do you see a reflection of the mind? If you see your old identities with their thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and judgments, then that is what you are surrendering. Have you tried arguing with your own thoughts or those of others? This is a fight with your own reflection. To forget what you are healing, to forget that you are in a healing pool. Allow the water to calm down. So that you can clear about your emotional energy. Sometimes you see a brother or sister in your reflection, which shows a loving connection with your Lemurian family, but can also be a sign to let go if you are carrying any burdens for others. If you are taken aback by your own reflection, your old identities, then please attune to the spiritual reality. What the mind sees with the physical eyes is only a partial truth. You are the one who sees with the eyes of the cosmic heart source. Allow your spiritual eyes to see beautiful colors in the water. The beautiful shades of turquoise, emerald, and bright white light are calling you to go inward, letting you know that you no longer have to follow the vicious circles of the mind. This is what you surrender if the peace beyond survival, which was a very prominent card coming out that we read last time, which I believe is this card here. We read that in the Shadabahisha Nakshatra one on the last round. So that was the final, that was the card we pulled from this deck for the height of Rahu being the ruler of this nakshatra. So we have that card coming out in the definition of this card. So there's something connecting to that. Maybe go check out that reading if you would like to. If you feel despair because this process is hard for you, then know that you are being cleansed by the healing waters. This card signifies that your surrender is indeed real, even though it might not feel ideal. Perhaps you feel confusion because you surrendered to someone else. If it leads to dependency, if it blocks your joyful expression, then know this is not your final destination. It's reminding me of, I was listening to John Lennon today, and there was a quote that said, it's not the end if it's not okay. And then it made me think about the ka, and I couldn't remember what the ka is. Something about the ka. I can't remember what the ka was. You are honored if you surrender takes you if your surrender takes you into those feelings with opportunity to heal them in this loving pool, so that you can find your heart flow and stand on your own 2 feet. As you put your hands up in a gesture of love for the divine, your call is answered and you become one with the pool. For an everlasting moment, you are one with all of the healing water. With your earth self, with the unicorn, your spiritual self, you are spiritually reborn with your light body fully activated to walk your own path of light on earth. And then it goes into attachments and roles, surrendering to love and life. We're going to keep reading. Identifications. Here, I'm going to show you guys. I don't know. Identifications, roles such as with occupation, family, knowledge, even Lemurian, if they have attachments, can become impediments to the flow of the divine spirit and its impulses as it seeks to reach into our lives. The same, I just noticed that 122. The same is true if we identify with the victim / perpetrator / rescuer with our past or with our emotions. What are attachments? In one sense, they are limits, places where we got stuck, accepting less than the flow of God's grace. Very interesting, because 22 is the hexagram, is the 22nd hexagram for grace, and then the connecting channel to that is openness, and that's the 1222. So we have this here. So and that's the my personal manifesting channel. So that is definitely something that we want to be cautious of when going into this, because now that God's grace has been placed upon everything I've said, everything I say in this reading will 1000 without a shadow of a doubt come to pass. So I need to speak wisely. What are attachments? In one sense, they are places where we have got stuck, accepting less than the flow of God's grace. When we have fear or beliefs in lack and scarcity, we can hold on tightly to what was, interrupting the flow of what truly is. Closing your eyes to what truly is in any moment is just one way we try to hold on to what was. Returning to the heart, to the present, connecting with our soul, and deeper still, to our divine source self, helps us to release any attachments and to come back into the flow of abundant grace. This grace is like living water, like the waterfall in the picture, washing us clean and refreshing our spirits. Deeply surrendering to the cleansing purification of this divine living water brings us back to our fragrant freshness, our lightness, and our truth. This is the way, the truth, and the life. Sometimes you feel sensitive to others because you are picking up their wounds and misalignments. And these are resonating somewhere within you because you have similar energy in your field to clear. These sensitivities or vulnerabilities are the thoughts and opinions of others, are gifts, for they help you see where you need to surrender further to God's love and perspective to your truth, and away from misidentifications. When we surrender to love, we can feel like we are taking our first steps again, and indeed, we are in a new stage of development. In this stage, we are letting go even more of our sense of who we were, the ideas of identity we formed without clear vision, which we have been carrying all our lives. Some of these are very subtle and have been running in the background for years. And is a joyful process of finer and finer purification and release as we open the door and let more and more life in. In reality, those identifications are just being replaced by more truthful ones. We are learning to discern our truth from the sometimes toxic, sometimes idealized projections of others. When we clearly see these projections, they dissolve and we know ourselves once again. As the flow of God's love, we see we have become blessed by being the open door for it. Ask yourself, am I that? When you doubt yourself or your worth in some way, look into your heart for the answer, both your own questions and those of others. There you will find your answer, that you and they are love. You are beautiful beings of light. If you see you have made an error, then it is healing to acknowledge that and seek the way of your shining truth to act in alignment with that. The more we are able to align with and surrender to the flow of God's love, acceptance, grace, and truth, the more our lives reflect that. Joyful creation and co-creation with your brothers and sisters, joyful living, miraculous healing, and wholeness are new life energies that are returning to this planet. This is New Lemuria. I surrender deeper into a loving embrace. When I remember to surrender, I am shown a light path lined with joy. Okay. My eyes were like when you look at like a sigil, right? When you look at a sigil and like your eye, like when you're opening the sigil and it like womps, like and it's like wompy, right? It's like when you're like, okay, so like imagine like Skrillex, right? And it goes like womp, 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 womp. You know what I'm talking about? Like the womps. That's what I was doing when I was reading that. So it was really hard for me to like concentrate because it was womping. What the fuck is a womp? We don't know. Okay. Maybe you're like taking a shower, just like, I don't know. That's the statue. Anyways, we're gonna do the tarot as well. Let's read something a little bit lighter for you. That Stargate Heart card almost popped out. Okay, attend to the details. So like preponderance of the small, the 60-second hexagram is kind of what that reminds me of. I'm gonna move this out of the way actually. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to bonk that. Okay, so we have this opposition right here. Right, Pisces, talk less, feel more, attend to the details. So there's an opposition energy there. We also have Libra, find a balance. Right, so we're going to put that in the center. So there's definitely some sort of opposition energy here. Not that that's a bad thing, right? It just literally could be talking about like your reflection. And when we're looking at the energies of Virgo, or if we're looking at the energies of Taurus, or even at the energies of Capricorn, they have those moon-ruled nakshatras, and we have to think when we're talking about the moon is reflective to the sun, right? So a lot of times when we're doing these nakshatras, the true essence of the energy, a lot of times, is a reflection, right? So it's kind of mixing things up in regards to rulership, right? With the let's get into the tarot. I don't know if I want to use this deck or not. I'm actually not going to use this deck because this is like my oldest deck I own. Hold on. Okay, cool. So I did get two more Oracle decks as well, just because I was over there, but we're going to use this tarot deck here instead. All right, so let's go to the first pada of this nakshatra. Can you tell me what's going on in the first section, just the overall energy, the first section of this nakshatra? Relationship problems, right? Surrendering, right? With the throat chakra, could be talking about the things you're communicating about. Is it worth the fight, right? I'm hearing We Can Work It Out by the Beatles, right? Everything can be worked through. There's not really any reason to fight, right? It's not fun to fight. So if you're like just bringing in drama because like you're bored with your own life and you're feeling like you want to fight with your significant other, like that's really fucking annoying. And I mean, me personally, I think that's fucking annoying. Right? That can be really fucking annoying. I don't like that. So release misaligned energies if that's what you're in alignment with. You know, that's just not the funnest energy to be around. We have slow pace, postponement, chaos, losing momentum, hastiness, pessimism, not prepared, and sluggishness. Talk less and feel more. Yeah. It's just like you're empty. It's like you're just like, I don't even know. It's like you're just empty. It's like you need more. It's like you get some attention, or you get some love, you get some sex, you get something that you needed, right? You get what you needed, you get your fill from this person, and then it's like you just go right back to being hungry again. You just go right back to needing more again immediately. And it can just be, this person could be not supplying your needs fast enough, right? This person could not have enough energy or just doesn't have the desire to fulfill you the way you need to be fulfilled, or vice versa. Letting go of hatred, moving on, leaving behind, and relief. And then we also have journeys with find a balance. So you could be going on a trip, or somebody could be going on some sort of trip. Okay, two cards just fell out. We have the Magician. Two more cards. Illusion, intuition, fear, subconscious delusion, right? It's almost like you're creating a problem out of nothing, right? There's not really any reason to be upset, but for some reason it's like you're finding a way to be upset. You're finding something to bitch about, or you're just like not feeling fulfilled, right? There's something in your life you're not feeling fulfilled about, and it's like you're feeling really bored, so you're starting chaos, or you're starting drama with your significant other, and that's annoying as fuck. Like, bitch, that's annoying. I mean, maybe that's how you get down. I'm not really, I don't want to get in between. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. That's just so annoying. I would not want, I mean, me personally, I don't know. That's all your business, but I wouldn't want to live my life that way. I wouldn't live my life that way, right? I don't do that. I'm a pimp / rapper. I thought you knew that. Bitch asked me to go with her to go grocery shop. I told her straight up like this, no sirree, Bob. That's not my job. I don't do that. Exactly. Right? I feel like once you switch into this mode of being, how do you say, independent, right? Being supportive and being honest and straightforward and like kind of even blunt about what it is that you are saying. Yeah. Baby. The big dog. The big dog, right? Letting the emotions out to cleanse the energy. I like to see it. Good cards are coming out. We have the moon and the star. Maybe a fear of what's coming in. A fear of this rebirth energy. A fear of who is coming into your life and what it is that you have really conjured up. The amalgamate, like the accumulation of all the magic that you've been a part of, that you've done, right, with this card right here, which is the Black Magic and Spiritual Wisdom card. What it is that all that magic that you've done, all those conjurings, all those people, all those energies that you've called up, what do you really think it's going to amount to? What do you think it will materialize as? The Messiah himself? The Messiah herself? $28.28 on the timer. Taking responsibility for your mistakes, miscalculations. We have amusement. There could have been some sort of overspending. This is the first card I pulled out of this deck that I shuffled. Four of Pentacles. We have the Sun and Capricorn coming out. I was actually listening to, right before I started this, I was listening to Ghosty Mane, whatever. I was listening to Ghosty Mane, and this morning I was listening to a reader, and she was fucking pissing me off. I didn't like what she was saying, so I was kind of like imagining myself, like for some reason I was like choking her. I don't know why. It was kind of dark, right? I was like, what the fuck? I was like choking her though. And then I was listening, like choking. I was like, whoa, bitch. Why is this going in my brain? Ah. I just didn't like what she was saying because it was like spot on, I guess, maybe a little bit, but like offended me. So I was choking her, and then like I started feeling super constricted, and then I had like a death process, right? Because I was, right, it's like what I was actually doing to the other person. I realized, oh shit, fuck, I just did it to myself, right? So it's like you're cutting off someone else's head. Oh no, you're actually cutting off your own head. Right? You're thought policing someone. Oh no, you're actually thought policing yourself. And the breaking of the circle. Don't look back. Oh, good shit, dude. There's no other option though. What's done is done. Sitting pretty. Don't sit too pretty, though. Don't sit too pretty, though. Don't be spending above your means. And here's what I got. Was that okay reading? I hope so. Shoot. Someone's holding back. Someone might need to release something. Somebody just needs to release something. Like, let it out, right? Let it out. Just let it out. Just let it out. Quit holding it back. Let it out. Whether that's your tears, whether that's your cum, I don't fucking know, ho, but like just let it the fuck out. Like quit holding it in. Let the beast out. There's children running by. Yeah. Money. Right, this is like the Rohini card. It could be something about a table, sitting around a table with someone. You could have a round, like a circular table, like a kitchen table or a coffee table or something like that. I think that's what I got for you. Your attention is shifting, or like your perspective is changing, or you're just going to be really focused on other things, right? Whatever you were really focused on for a super long time, your perspective is changing. You're getting focused on other things. If it was tarot, if it was a relationship, if it was a miscalculation, if it was the fact that the person you're in love with moved on, if it was the fact that your person that you were in love with or that you showed a lot of attention to is not interested, right? It's like not like that. It's just like your perspective or your just whatever you were really focused on that was like eating you alive. You're just really, your mind is just on different things, right? You're moving on, you're moving up, you're moving into different kind of energy, right? You're no longer trying to get into like the nitty gritty. You're not trying to dig really deeply into the details to understand something, right? You're just kind of letting it be. Letting it be, letting it be, letting it free, setting it free, right? Letting it be, letting them live, right? And just letting them live. Crazy. I was actually looking at something today. I will show you. Just because I know that this is long and I doubt that there's very many people still on this reading. Fingerprint. Okay, let me show you. Super interesting. I think it's already pulled up, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you go over here, excuse the ads, we have Soulmate of Mary Magdalene, right? Go down here. Look at the numbers. We go down here, right? Black Lives Matter. Hypnotize. Divine Enlightenment. Okay, so then go over here. Okay, so those are the numbers. But the first one, isn't that crazy? Thy will be done. Is very retarded. Sorry. Origins of O negative blood. Rosicrucian Brotherhood. Jesus Christ bloodline. My eyes are doing that weird thing where it's like womping. I gotta go. I think that's the message I got for y'all. Crazy ring in it. Anyways. Bye.